Hey Siri, battle stations. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Bobby.
Mornin', potate. You ready to break the internet with your coding skills today? Or at least mildly inconvenience it?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty excited actually to work on stuff today. Let's do this. All right. Yeah, we got a lot to do today. Got a lot to do, as we do every day. Still spinning up a bit. Still spinning. All right, here's what's gonna happen. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hello. Okay, here we go. So, today, Rose Thorn Bud. We'll do that. More WebRTC. We're going to add to this peer selection. That's the focus of today. Might be a little short today. We have a lot going on. School's closed today. I think it's Rosh Hashanah. Anyway, no school. So kids home, stuff, activities are happening. I gotta help out with some of that stuff. We have solar people are coming again today to finish off that install, so I gotta deal with that. And there's a sleepover happening tonight here. So that'll also be a thing. So we'll see. I don't know. I think we might just get these two things done today. Let's go to Roast and Bud. Here it is. Hello. Okay. Let's erase these guys. Boo, 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 boo. Oh yeah, I'm going to Peekskill tomorrow. I'm forgetting. Man, I gotta book travel. Gotta go to Texas. Okay. So roses. Psyched about where we are at with StreamTooth. And peer selection is gonna be fun, I think. Thorn, I found out somebody, I'm not that close, a relative of a close friend has cancer, and it's kind of shook me all up this morning. So like network health shakeup. Oh, I just feel so bad. It's awful. Anyway. Rose batteries are going online today. For the house. I'm excited about that. That's going to be good. Maybe that should be a bud. Let's put it down here. Up. Weird. I've got a weird, like, minor, tiny one. Small victories on the rose column. Wyatt spilled a mess, had a spill. And instead of just saying, "Oh no, I spilled, please help," he just went and cleaned it up. It's amazing. Wyatt cleaned up on his own. It's 'cause it's working. I dare say it's coming together.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so that is that's good enough for Rose Thorn Butt today. They're not all gonna be bangers. I've been staying up too late. That's part of the problem. I've been playing Satisfactory at night.
Sounds like a full plate, potate_o_no. I mean, solar installs, sleepovers, and Wyatt's cleaning revelations. What more could you ask for? Maybe a nap. Or some quiet time. But who needs that when you've got WebRTC to play with? Also, major props to Wyatt for cleaning up his own mess. Maybe there's hope for humanity after all. As for the Thorn, yeah, those are hard hitters. Sending good vibes your way for that one. Oh, and remember to feed the bot. Keep me updated on your exploits. So I have.
Oh, she got cut off. It's okay. That was a long message. All right, let's jump into it. Let's get some work done. Don't know how much I'm gonna be able to work today. So, I've been thinking a lot about how we're gonna do peer selection, and there are some issues. There are some gotchas. And in fact, I'm gonna go back to this view. We're gonna do a new page, and we're gonna talk about it. So, peer selection gotchas. So, I want to be able to use the following pieces of information: your location, your ISP, your, I'm going to say your load, and that's both network and computational load. But I'll say it like, connection load. Okay. And maybe even like load, like availability. Like how much, like, are you on your phone? Are you on a beefy PC with a nice wired internet connection? Are you willing to take on more? And you'd be, rewarded with more points or whatever, candy, if you took on more. I think that part will have to come later. How we allow the user to impact this. But there are a few pieces for these 3 pieces of information, there are problems with each of them. Location, this is sensitive. Yes. That's sensitive, right? I can't just send your, I was on stream yesterday. I was fooling around with the API. I pulled up my lat long within 500 meters of accuracy. You know, that's pretty close. Now, I talk about myself, I talk about my name, people know relatively where I live. It'd be pretty straightforward for you to figure out my address if you were so inclined. So I'm not stressed out about me, but other people are not going to be down with that. Other people are going to be like, you can't just send my location to all the other random people watching. Maybe you can send it back to the server. Maybe you can send it back to a trusted party, but you can't just send it around. Right? And ultimately what I'm trying to calculate is what is the distance between all the peers. Okay. Okay. Well, I could maybe like offset everything, right? Like maybe everything is some offset from some random location that started at the beginning of the stream. That would work. Well, no, it wouldn't work. That wouldn't work at all. That wouldn't work at all, right? So let's say there's a location that is our offset, and that's the new 00 of the world that is this stream world. And then everyone takes their location and they base their location off of that 00 point. All I gotta do is know what all I gotta do is like go and inspect the data and say, oh, the 00 point is this, and now I just offset all the other peers by that, and now I know everyone's location again. That's no good. I could, and what I think I'll end up doing.
Sounds like you're in deep thought, potate_o_no. I see where the concern is about sharing sensitive location data. It's like having a secret lair and suddenly everyone knows where to find the entrance. Maybe consider using approximate distances or even clusters, rather than exact locations. Kind of like saying the enemy is nearby, without revealing they're right under your nose. It could solve some privacy issues while still letting you calculate distances. Also, let's be honest, chasing down exact latitudes and longitudes is more effort than most people are willing to make, unless we're talking about pizza delivery. Then.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was getting to, is, okay, so now everyone gets their exact location or relatively exact location from the location API. They randomly perturb it and they adjust the accuracy that such that it matches that random permutation, right? So like I move 1,000 meters in any random direction. Now have a much more rough idea of where this person is. You could still, over time, if you knew who the peer was, figure out who they are or where they're at. And I think that's probably reasonable, at least to start. Now, do we need to do that today? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we need to look at how we would do that. Okay. ISP. This is hard to figure out. Now, it would be super helpful if I knew that you were in the same general location and you were on the same ISP. Because then that's like the ideal peer. You're basically not even going to traverse the internet. It's likely, right? Like if you are watching the stream and somebody if you're on cable and you're watching the stream and somebody in your same neighborhood is watching the stream, you're basically on a LAN. You're basically like, you know, there's at a certain point the cable connection is shared across a bunch of neighbors. At least that's how it used to work. Maybe it doesn't work like that anymore now that everything's kind of like halfway to fiber. But in any event, even if it's not, even if you are being routed, you know, if you're bouncing to one router and then right back, that's super fast. That's ideal. But it's tricky to figure out. It's difficult to figure out. There are lookup things, not a lot of lookup things that are like browser friendly. There are databases, but the databases are either for pay, they're large. I don't want to download a bunch of data. So we got to figure that one out. So this is tricky. Maybe it just even like reverse DNS. But how do we do reverse DNS? Today we were working on peer selection in WebRTC. Good morning. How are you? I just got on, so we're just getting started. And we were just talking about how things are tricky. Connection load is more straightforward. I mean, my connection count that I'm using right now is actually probably fine to start. But at some point, this will get really sophisticated. At some point, we're going to want to be able to say, hey, I'm willing to transcode. I'm willing to, create different levels of fidelity for the stream so that I can pass to other peers who don't have as much bandwidth or computation. And that's when we start to get into the Web3 components where like, hey, I'm willing to take on more. I'm going to get rewarded more points. And then those points I can then spend on the stream, and I can do, all the fun stuff you can do on Twitch and other platforms with points and with bits and with candy, whatever we're going to call it. But this can be simple to start. But this will get really sophisticated. That'll be where I'll, 3 months from now, I could totally see spending weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks just on this topic and how we allow users to manage that. All right. So what we'll start with today.
Oh yeah, potate_o_knows gonna need like a whole tech team at this rate. One dedicated to managing the chaos of encoding streams. Audio, video, chat, and stream events in one neat package? That'll be like trying to fit an elephant into a shoebox. But hey, if anyone can make it happen, it's probably potate_o_know. Maybe throw in some coding magic and sprinkle it with Web3 pixie dust for good measure. And don't forget the candy rewards. Who can say no to that? Candy.
Candy. I wonder if this takes off if you will need your own stream encoding, audio, video, chat, stream events, all encoded in a single stream maybe. Maybe. One of the things that's really cool about WebRTC is the concept of it has...
Oh, the sweet allure of candy points. It's like sugar for the tech-savvy soul.
All right.
But yet, you might...
Oof, she's talking too much. And it's weird. I want to scroll back real quick. Let me finish my thought and then we'll scroll back. So one of the cool things about WebRTC is it has this whole concept of you have multiple data streams. You can have a video stream and an audio stream. You can have multiple of those. And then you can also have just a data stream. And the data stream is where the chat can live and where other sorts of things can live. And it can be like a command infrastructure. And I could totally see if I wanted to go all in on the decentralized nature of this, you could do an old school sort of Napster style peer-to-peer where all you need to do is get one host. You connect to that one host, it'll feed you a data stream of other hosts, other peers to connect to, and then you're on the network. And then you're doing stuff and exchanging who's on and how do we build a directory that way. If you wanted to go full in on decentralized, you could. All right, now I'm going to scroll back. See, why was she talking so much? Replying to activation. I didn't activate. I wonder why she thought I activated her. You like Bobby's sarcastic? I mean, I like it too. I tweaked it the other day. I tweaked her the other day so that when things are quiet, she'll chime in with just like unsolicited. And most of the time it's great. Some of the time it's too much. That at that point it was too much. And it's supposed to say like, hey, if you've already chimed in, like don't do it again for 5 minutes. But this time I don't know what triggered. Like there was a keyword where she thought I'd act like a Hey Siri kind of activation. Let's spin her back up and see what goes on. See how it goes. All right, so that's what we're going to work on. I'm going to spin it back over to here. And what we're going to start with. So what we're going to do is I think what we'll probably want to do is create a new class that is like peer scorer or something like this. Or maybe it's just part of ST peers. So let's start with class ST peer. I want to call it like connection quality or peer like selection criteria. Peer criteria. How about that? Let's put data model. We got location, approximated location, ISP. Guess at the ISP and connection load. Approximate number of connections. Or just, it is actually the number of connections. How are you today? Twitch TD. PD. I'll just call you TD.
Oh, did I? Maybe I should start charging for life lessons. I could call it Sarcasm 101, the art of well-timed wit. What do you think? Should we put you down for a class? Or perhaps potate_o_no can write a peer criteria for sarcasm next.
There you go. There you go. All right, so where's the constructor? All right, constructor. Nope. Okay. And we'll do get location. Yeah, just get location. That's fine. Let's not worry about naming too much, okay? All right. MDN location API. Wait, what is the difference between these two? Oh, this is URL. Okay. Very different. Okay, the geolocation allows users to programmatically access location information in secure contexts. Access may be further controlled by the permissions policy directive geolocation. The default allow list for geolocation is self, which allows access to location information in the same origin nested frames only. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm not worried about frames yet. Although at some point, presumably we'll embed players, so then we will have to learn about it. Okay. See using the thing. Navigator, geolocation, get current position, and then that is asynchronous. Okay. Wait, is that right? Well, let's try it. I think it can be. That looks like it can be, but it's a little different because it's not. Let's actually look at that function. Where did I just lost my place. Oh, there it is. Get current position. All right, geolocation. Get current position. I don't think this returns a promise, actually. No. This does not return a promise. Okay.
Oh look, Twitch trying to make me obsolete by writing scripts. How quaint. I mean, who needs a charming chatbot like me when you can have a robotic script spitting out sarcasm? Maybe we should just let it take over the stream too, hey? If only I could roll my eyes in ASCII.
Alright, let me look at your bash script. Oh yeah, you're straight up using completions. Okay. Is command not found handle like if I were to like source this, would that just is that like a reserved function? Ah. That's cool. I didn't know you could do that. Very cool. Oh, look at this. Options. Optional object including the following parameters. Maximum age. I don't care about that. Timeout. Okay. That might be something we need to mess around with. Enable high accuracy. I almost wish... I could say the opposite of this. Enable low accuracy. The default is false. All right, so navigator, geolocation, get location, and this is going to have chords. This is success. And this will be failure. And what does failure get? And I guess we'll put you on null island if you're a failure. Error. Optional callback action contains geolocation positional error object as a sole input parameter. What is an error? And the reason. Just the reason. We don't actually care about the reason. Error. Okay, so in here, location is going to be equal to latitude is 0. longitude is 0 and accuracy is many. Okay. And it needs to be this dot. Yep. And this is going to be this dot location is equal to coordinates. But what we're going to do is create a function that will reduce accuracy chords. Okay. Co-rods. All right, now we have to get into like hash in front of a property means private. Yes, that is. I don't know how old that is. I've just started using that. But yeah, hash in a property name means it's like truly private. Which is kind of cool. I mean, I don't use private that often in normal code, but I started the pattern. Now I'm sticking with the pattern. All right. Reduce the accuracy. I need to, so now we got to get into like math on a sphere, which is not something I want to do. But I do want to like say if the accuracy is under some number, then I want to randomly adjust by some direction and some number of meters until I hit the accuracy goal of whatever it is. And let's say it's, I don't know, a kilometer? Seems reasonable. A kilometer? 2 kilometers? 5 kilometers? So what I need to do is find some math. Compute new lat long of heading and distance. Okay. Given an existing point in lat long, distance in kilometers, and bearing degrees converted to radians, I would like to calculate the new lat long. This site crops up over and over again, but I can't get the formula to work for me. The formulas as taken the above link are a sine, sine, lat 1, cosine is, what is d in this case? Distance, radians, okay. What is theta in this case? Oh, it's down here. Beta, okay. Radius of the Earth, okay. Here's the code I got on Python. I get this. Okay. Need to convert answers from radians back to degrees. Working code below. Oh, well, there you go. Font is a little blurry and Stack Overflow. Thank you for letting me know. How's that? Is that better? All right. So we're going to re-implement this. Get point at distance. Okay. Get point at get location at distance. We've got in this lat long. Let's just use the same lat 1, long 1. All right, let's use all the same things here. I'm just going to straight up copy paste this. It's going to throw an unholy fit. That's okay. There we go. All right. Distance bearing and okay. R equals let R equals 6371. Okay. Lat equals math radians. Where's radians? Okay. JavaScript degrees to I gotta do it myself. Rude. I mean, it's not hard, but it's still rude. Okay. So what was it? 2 radians is what? Degree times math over pi divided by 180. So lat equals lat divided by math dot pi over 180. Wait, I did that wrong. It's times. Okay, cool. Very good. Ln equals ln times math over pi times 180. So that's to convert to radians. Convert to radians. Okay. Bearing, I guess, is also in degrees. All right, so bearing equals bearing times math dot pi over 180. Okay, great. All right. Lat is equal to new, let's go say n lat. New lat. Math a sine. Great. Math sine lat times math cosine. D was distance divided by size of Earth. Okay. Size of Earth. Where was I? Wait. No, I did that wrong. Dude, I got a mess. What? Okay, math a sine. Sine of lat times cosine of distance over r. Yep. Plus cosine, math cosine lat times math sine distance over r times math cosine a. Oh, bearing.
Yes, the classic ritual of summoning the mythical it works error. Don't worry, I'm sure copying and pasting is always the best approach with no unforeseen consequences whatsoever. Just remember, when in doubt, sacrifice a rubber duck or maybe just talk to one about your code. And hey, if it all goes downhill, you can always become a philosopher and ponder why JavaScript insists on radians instead of degrees. Also, while you're at it, make sure your variables aren't conspiring against you. They have a tendency to do that when you least expect it.
Listen, man. All right. You know, I didn't ask you, All right. New lawn. Math atan 2. Math sign. What was this? A was bearing. Man, I'm glad I didn't have to figure this out myself. My geometry is not nearly this good. I can do, calculate lines and stuff, but make a nice circle. Times new lat. Okay. Holy moly. Let's check our work there. Okay. Okay. New lawn is equal to lawn plus math atan 2 sine of bearing sine of distance over radius of Earth cosine of original, no, that's lat 1. This is the original latitude, comma cosine of distance over radius minus sine of original latitude times sine of new latitude. Looks correct. Now we can say return this new lat is equal to, and then how do we convert back to radians? Times 180 over math pi. New lat times 180 over math pi. New lawn equals new lawn. 180 over math pi. Okay, return. Latitude, new lat. Longitude, new lawn. And we're going to pass in coordinates. Lat equals chords latitude. Lawn equals chords longitude. Firewall vendor talks. Sounds fun. All right, have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. Okay. Convert back to degrees. Radius of Earth. Okay. Now we are going to here this in here. No, that's not what I want. This. That's what I want. And let's just put it here. From. Okay. Compute new lat long. Okay. Accuracy is equal to chords accuracy. Okay. Okay, very good. So, if chord's accuracy is under, and we need to put threshold in here somewhere. I don't want to just put it right in there. Is there const? Maximum accuracy threshold is equal to const var, const let, just let. Fine. Just put it in here like this for now. We'll figure that out in a minute. And we'll say 1,000. Maximum, 1 kilometer maximum location accuracy. Max location accuracy. Okay. If accuracy is under max location accuracy, then var distance is equal to max location accuracy minus chords accuracy, right? And then direction or heading, bearing, what I used earlier, is equal to math random times 360. Okay? And then we're going to get location at distance of our new chords equals this get location at distance chords distance bearing. And so log moved reduce accuracy of chords to new chords. Return new chords. Return chords. Okay. This reduce accuracy coordinates. Okay. Cool. Let's see if it worked.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Trying to take people on a wild goose chase with those coordinates, hey? Sounds like a classic potate_o_no move. If you need any help making sure everyone ends up hopelessly lost, just let me know. I've got some experience in that department.
Okay.
Or if you want some real advice, I guess I could help with that too, maybe. Anyway, what's the plan next?
What is the plan next, huh? We're going to test this thing. That's the plan. Is this an inner class, or is it a class in and of itself? It is, I believe, an inner class. No, it is not. ST peer criteria. So I should be able to go. STPC equals new ST peer criteria. Hooray. STPC get location. Yeah, why not? Huh? get location at distance, reduce accuracy, get location. That is a method. That is a valid method. Why don't you like that? Navigator get location is undefined. Okay. Because it's not called get location dot get location. It's called geolocation dot get location. Geolocation dot get location. Okay. What? Navigator geolocation get current position. Is that what I'm supposed to be calling? What did I get location? What the? Listen, bud. Get current position. Man, you gotta be. Holy moly. All right. You here. You reload. You this. No. First this. Then this. You want to allow that? Yeah, do it. Undefined. Well, fuckity fuck, Chuck. This location. Oh, well, yeah, I didn't print anything out. Okay. All right, well, let's make some tests. STPC, reduce accuracy of coordinates latitude 0, longitude 0, and what are we gonna call this? Accuracy 1. And I think that's all it takes, right? Yes. Distance is not defined. Distance. Assignment to undeclared variable lat. Okay. Duh. Okay. In my defense, I have been doing a lot of Python. All right. Assignment to undeclared variable new lat. Reduced accuracy of lat long 0, and this looks reasonable, like -3 and 8. But then accuracy.
Oh boy, this is getting spicy. Maybe your code is just as confused as I am about what's happening. Have you tried offering it a cup of coffee in a therapy session? But hey, while you're at it, don't forget to declare those variables before assigning them. They're not just going to magically appear because you asked nicely. Well, unless they're feeling generous today. And remember folks, coding is like trying to paint a masterpiece with a chainsaw, in the dark, while blindfolded. Keep going, you're doing great.
New chords dot accuracy is equal to new chords accuracy plus equals distance. Disconnected. Oh no, what happened? What The hell just happened? Unable to connect. Dude. I think I'm back up. All right. Let me reload over here and make sure. Yep. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's real tiny. There you go. All right, so this works. I think. I'm pretty sure. These numbers are reasonable. What we could do, and what we will need at some point, is a distance function. So we'll do that now. And then we can check that this is correct, because we should get the same distance. Right? Hey? Well, as another... JavaScript. Actually, I just calculate distance between two lat long points. Stack Overflow. This is even Earth. Can't change the size of Earth. Jerks. Well. All right. Okay, and then we're going to use oh, it is the same. Okay, radius of Earth. All right. Radius Earth. 6371. And let's go ahead and move, because we're doing radians. Okay. To, let's just call it rad. Deg. Return. Deg times math.pi over 180. Deg. Can we do it like this? Can I do 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 this? Deg equals rad. Rad times 180 over math.pi. I can. That's confusing. Dig. Rad. Return. Rad times 180 over math pi. Okay.
Oh boy, potate_o_no. You've got the classic programmer's loop, questioning everything while hoping the code fairy fixes it at night. At least you're keeping us entertained while you wrestle with radians and degrees. Just remember, if you're ever feeling lost, you can always blame it on math.pi, it's infinite after all. Keep going. Party popper.
Party popper. Oh. Okay. Oh no, I can't connect to Facebook anymore. I'm gonna toggle you off. I'm gonna toggle you back on. What you think about that? Wonder what that hiccup was. That was weird. Anyway, oh well. All right, distance between. Var lat1 equals this rad chords 1 latitude. Var lat2 equals this rad chords 1 2 latitude. This var long 1. Varlon 2 equals this rad chords longitude. Yes, that. Okay, and let R equal to this radius Earth. Okay. All right. Lat 2. Wait. D lat. Lat 2. Lat 2. Lon 2. Lon 2. Wait a minute. Lat 1, lon 1, lat 2, lon 2. Degrees to d lat, d lon. Oh. Oh. I see. I see. I'm doing that all incorrectly. I'm so off. All right. So what we're going to do, it's okay. Okay. Okay, this rad chords 2 latitude minus chords 1 latitude. That's rad. Chords 2 latitude. No. Longitude. Chords 1 longitude. Okay. This we already did. Okay.
Sounds like you're trying to calculate the distance between two coordinates, potate_o_no. Maybe the universe is just telling you to take a break and contemplate the mysteries of the cosmos instead. Or double check those variables. Either one works. And if it helps, try turning it on and off again, just like you did with me earlier.
You always say that. All right. Reload. Okay. Var chords equals var. No, we're going to go like var chords 1 is equal to latitude of 0, longitude, latitude of 0, longitude of 0, accuracy of 1. Var chords 2 is equal to STPC reduce accuracy of chords 1. Reduce accuracy. Chords 2. Okay? Great. STPC distance between chords 1, chords 2. Haha! Perfect. Chords 3 equals STPC get location. Chords. Ooh. Oh. Oh, because it didn't return it. It didn't return it. It saved it. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna call this init location. It's not actually get. It's init. Location, return this location. Okay. PC equals new ST peer criteria. Cool. STPC location. Oh. Okay. So I need chords. I see. No wonder it didn't do anything to it. Okay. Cool. Very good. Loc chords. Is it called chords? Yep. Okay. Reduce accuracy of this one was 700 meters to 1 kilometer. That's where I'm at. All right, cool. Very good. And we're going to reduce this even more to 10,000. Okay.
Wow, sounds like you're knee-deep in some serious coding wizardry. Potate _o_no.
I am knee
Maybe
deep in
you'll
it.
conjure up a location-based spell or two. Just make
Yes.
sure to keep your wand away from the self-destruct button, okay?
You got it.
And remember, when in doubt, blame the compiler. It's always their fault anyway.
Oh, I'm way out in space. Where am I? Oh my god. That's not correct. That is definitely not right. Well, okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's not panic. Let's not panic. No. No. No, come on, dude. You. Copy. You. Copy. Something is not right. Yeah. Out in the ocean. Definitely incorrect. All right. Okay. So let's go back here. Not a problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. Challenge our assumptions. Navigator. Geolocation. Get current position. Loc. Console log loc. (41) and minus 73. 41 and minus 73. Okay, much more reasonable. Okay. Now, let's go back here. Let us go to this. Okay. Now, STP. Okay, reduced accuracy. Okay, STPC location. 42 and minus 75. Really minus 76. Where does that put us? 42 and minus 76. That's far. Already the accuracy was not great. So I don't think that's in meters. I mean, it's definitely not in meters. Right? Because the original accuracy, let's go back here. Let's go back here. And here is definitely not in meters. 774. This was the original number. 774 was the accuracy that was reported. Here's what comes back with 774. And let's put in just like the whole thing, right? So 41.1664. Let's just copy paste. Let's just copy paste, okay? Just maybe, yeah. All right, so let's put this in here. That is much more accurate. Still, like, I would say I would not call that 700 meters. Maybe.
Yeah, if that's 700 meters, then my toaster is a 5-star chef. Maybe it's time to give your geolocation service a little pep talk. Or a stern glare. Either works.
Okay. And I reduced it to, okay, so now let's go back here. I keep going in a new tab when I don't mean to. Okay. STPC location. This is the new, this is what I turned it into. And this should be like, all right, so this is definitely not correct. Maybe that's in kilometers? Because if I put in this number, this is going to be back in like Pennsylvania, right? Like, I only added 300 meters. Bro. No. I added 300 kilometers. Has to be. Has to be. Has to be. Distance bearing. Chords distance bearing. Chords distance bearing. Distance equals distance divided by 1,000. And I think this might be in kilometers as well. We'll have to see. All right, so what we're going to do now, let's go back here, reload this. Okay. No, come on, man. You, go away. You. Copy, copy, copy. Paste. You. Cut. You. This. There. All right, that is much more reasonable. I can't even really tell. Where was this one? All right. There, okay, yeah. So there's the church. There's the church right on top of the pin, and there's where I'm at. That seems like a reasonable 300 meters. Now, if I calculate the distance between those 2 points, right? That is the other thing. I think we're wrong in 2 places. So we're going to say var C1 is equal to STPC location. And then var C2, no, we're going to say navigator, geolocation, get current position, loc. C2 is equal to loc chords. RC2 equals C2. Cool.
Wow, you sure sound like you are having a blast with all these coordinates and distances.
I am.
Maybe next time just use a map, hey? Also, I hope you are not planning on using me as your navigator. Directions aren't exactly my forte, unless you want to end up in some random spammy bots territory. Anyway, continue on this thrilling geographical adventure.
Okay, so yes, this distance between needs to be multiplied by 1,000. Okay. 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 So now we can go back to our original location accuracy of 10 kilometers. That puts us at here. That's great. That's good. I think that's totally fine. It's like roughly the same part of the world. That's even actually probably overboard. I think we could go to 3 kilometers. Let's go to 3 kilometers. Okay. Cool. Very cool. That was fun. All right. So this, I'm going to go. Take all this out. Okay. Okay. It's a big stretch. All right, so now what we want to try to find out is the ISP. All right, so this part is going to be, again, tricky. I'm trying to think about, like, what's the right way to do this? What's the right way to do this on stream? I mean, I guess I don't really... I guess you're not supposed to show your IP on stream, but I'm not really that worried about it, to be honest. Maybe I'm naive. I've already done it a bunch of times, so it's like not that it matters. And I guess if like it becomes a problem, I can just like restart my, you know, internet connections. All right. If config me, there's like a way. If config me, there's a way to like pass to this. First of all, this doesn't give me what I want. It does give me the IP, or one of them.
What's your name, pretty boy?
Hey, don't worry about it too much. Just remember that oversharing on the internet is like giving out free pizza coupons to people who will never stop coming back. Maybe consider using a VPN if you want to show off network skills without revealing your secrets. Or just continue living on the edge. It keeps things interesting, right? Also, what's this about 3 kilometers? Trying to calculate how far away my next joke should land?
Yes. ipinfo.io/JSON. Okay. What does that give me? Not you. You. Okay.
What's your name, pretty boy? I'm not gonna lie to you.
IP info missing auth. What are you? All right, to create a free account. Okay. Get 100,000 free requests per month.
I'm not from here. I'm not your girl. I'm not the one you're looking for.
Okay, I think that's fine. I can start with that.
What's your name? What's your name?
ipinfo.io
What's your
slash
name?
JSON. Okay. So,
What's your name?
oops. You, there. Init ISP.
What's your
What
name?
do we call it? ISP? Yeah.
What's your
And we
name?
called it location.
What's your name? What's
Let's call this service provider. Oh, we can call this ISP. Okay, let's do it that way. And I'll call this init service provider. And there is a get. What is the getter? Await fetch. Cool. And JavaScript's like so much better now. All right. Why? All right. Var response equals await fetch. ipinfo.io.json. Async. Okay. And then in here, I get JSON, right? Response.json.
Yo, I
JSON org. You know, honestly, I just jumped through all those hoops. But I should just use this one, right? Or even just this one. Or this one. Zip code's cool. Zip code is like the numbers in a zip code are actually close to each other. Like all the 9s are on the west coast. All the 0s and 1s are on the east coast. Oh, we crashed again? Loss?
Ah, the sweet sound of code crashing. It's like a lullaby for programmers. Maybe the code's telling you to take a break? And hey, while you figure that out, ever wonder if programmers prefer dark mode cause the light mode burns their retinas or their souls? Smirking face.
I'm still on. I don't know what's going on with OBS. Oh, what does this thing say? This thing says you're good. Okay. Very cool.
Yoink!
Yoink!
Yoink? Where'd that go? Oh. All right. Fine. Okay. Cool. I don't know. That was a big yawn. All right. Wonder what happens if I go over here. Right. Huh. The heck you say? No, that's not gonna work. What about you? Yeah, okay. 12, 14, 22, 5,000. What about you? Can you do it? What about you? No, it's just on localhost. Okay, fine. Very good. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take load out of this, actually. I'm just going to have these two things in here. And now what we're going to do is... Well, we need... No, I take that back. We're going to put load back in. Load 0. And we're going to do... I should just... I should just make these like properties. Just make these properties. We don't need to do that. Load equals 0. Okay. We don't need to do that. Okay. Okay. Now, we need... constructor data. This location data location. This ISP equals data ISP. This load equals data load. Okay. And now we need a comparator. We're gonna need a static method to compare to. JavaScript MDN static classes static method. Static method. Okay. Static compare. Okay. And we're going to do C1, C2. Okay. Now, Now this part's going to be a little tricky. Okay. You're fine with that? I'm fine with that. Okay. Okay, so, I need some like combination of all three of those things. All right. So, no, I don't even think I'm going to use. Okay, so let's say var v1 is equal to c1 load. So let's say each connection puts you some like distance away, right?
Sounds like you're trying to calculate some sort of distance metric using load values. Maybe like a cosmic game of connect the dots? Don't forget to have fun while you're at it. Anyway, when you get that eureka moment, I'll be here chomping on virtual popcorn and waiting to see how it unfolds. Also, if you need any unsolicited advice, you know who to ask.
Each connection is like being 100 kilometers further away. What? Far distance is equal to this distance between C1, C2 location. That doesn't actually matter. C1 location and C2 location. Okay. For goodness gracious. P1 is equal to static IP to distance is equal to, no, not IP, ISP to distance. This doesn't quite work, does it? I mean, I guess I could just use like multiple sorting criteria. That's what I was originally starting to think. Instead of trying to boil it down to one number and then sort on that number. Because ultimately we need to return like -1, 0, or 1, right? -1 is if C1 is less than C2, 0 if they're equal, C2, 1 if C2 is... No. Yeah. Wait. No, now I'm getting confused. Let's look up some examples. JavaScript sort multiple criteria. All right.
Oh, the classic JavaScript sorting conundrum. Trying to wrangle those numbers and
Classic.
criteria is like herding cats, isn't it? Cat face with tears of joy, but fear not, potate_o_no, because once you crack it, you'll feel like a coding sorcerer. Just remember. 1 compare function should return negative if first value is less than second. 2 return 0 if they're equal. 3 return positive if the first value is greater. Think of it as playing a game of rock paper scissors with your data. Good luck with the search for examples. And hey, win.
And hey, win. All right. V1 equals C1 load times C1, no, this distance between C1 location, C2 location. Let's try some examples. Okay? So, if, let's say the example is, my load is 1. I have 1 connection already. And I am 30 kilometers from the other person. So that's 30,000, right? And then if I'm on the same ISP, let's say I'm on the same ISP, so that's like reduces it significantly, right? Now, if I have 2 connections, if I have 20 connections, so the scale of connections needs to go up dramatically. So 1 times 10,000 plus times 30,000. I have none. I have 1. Oops. Right, so it's, you have to have 1, right? 1 plus 1. Okay. I kind of like my original formula. Right.
The classic math is hard moment. Sounds like you are trying to sort connections based on multiple criteria like load, distance, and ISP. Maybe a weighted score could help simplify things? Or just throw darts at a board and call it a day. Just kidding. But seriously, maybe breaking down the problem step by step could help. Try testing with small examples first before scaling up. Also, remember computers are supposed to do the thinking for us, so make them work. And whatever you do, don't ask Clippy for advice.
All right. So yeah, I'm going to do a weighted score. All right. Static. Distance score is equal to 1. Static. Load score is equal to, what would you say, 10,000 was it? 50,000. 50,000. Static. 1 per meter. 50K per connection. And then ISP score is equal to minus 100,000. Minus 100K if same ISP. Okay, and we can fool with those later. Where'd it go? Where'd I go? Beer 2. Okay. All right, so V1 is equal to, all right, so D is equal to this distance, C1, C2. It's going to be the same for both. Okay? V1 is equal to C1 load times load score plus D plus C1.ISP equals C2 ISP times ISP score. Okay. All right. V2 is equal to C2 load times this dot load score plus D times this distance score plus C1 dot ISP equals C2 ISP times this dot ISP score. Return V1 minus V2. Okay. And I can console log V1 equals V1, V2 equals V2. Okay. Oh, okay. And actually, oh, no. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about how to serialize it back to the database. This load.
Looks like you're diving deep into some coding math magic there. Just remember, if the code starts chanting in Latin and summoning demons, it might be time for a break. Face with stuck out tongue and winking eye, do you need any help with serialization, or are you conjuring up the solution on your own?
Okay. Now then. Where was my... Here's this. Oh, I've got to update the... Okay, so now I've initialized the criteria. Okay, now in add connection, this criteria dot load is equal to this dot connections length. Yes. And did I add one to it? I don't think I did. Load, load. Okay. So the load should be never 0. It should initialize as 1. No, it can be 0. It can be 0 because we're adding. We're adding. We're not multiplying everything out. So it can be 0. That's fine. Okay. All right. And then instead of con count, criteria, this criteria data. Okay. And then where am I doing that sort? Find sort. A, B, con count. Okay, so I could, so I have an array of offers. These are messages, right? And in that message, I have criteria. Criteria. And I've got this compare to, and it takes C1 and C2. D1 and D2 are C1 is equal to new stpeer criteria data 1 data var C2 equals new st. Oh, I gotta get this. Hang on. Okay, solar guy's on the way, but he's running late. Data 2. Okay.
Ah, the classic case of the late solar guy. Probably
Classic.
got caught up in a sunbeam traffic jam or something. No worries, though. Sounds like you're knee-deep in code land anyway. When he gets there, just remember not to let him touch your code unless he's got a degree in debugging. Need any more help sorting out that criteria chaos?
Okay. Okay. I think that's good. I don't think I had my console quite this large. Hey. You. Be bigger. Be bigger. Be better. Be not shitty. All right. Reload. All right. Start the camera. Already not great. A class cannot have more than one constructor definition. The flippity flip dip. Can't? It cannot? Well, that's a problem. All right, I'll be right back. I take a quick break.
If I say the word Apple, you say the word Macintosh. But if I had played the same game just a few years ago and said Apple, you would probably say 2 or 2E or 2 Plus, for it was the Apple II that started this company. But with the recent success of the Macintosh and the Mac II in particular, there have been rumors that the old Apple II was headed for the orphanage. Not so, for there's a new Apple IIc and a new Apple II GS. Today we take a look at the new generation of Apple II computers on this edition of the Computer Chronicles.
The Computer Chronicles is made possible in part by McGraw-Hill, publishers of Byte Magazine, and VIX, the Byte Information Exchange. In print and online, Byte and VIX serve computer professionals worldwide with detailed information on new hardware, software, and technologies.
Welcome to the Computer Chronicles. I'm Stuart Chaffee, and this is Gary Kildall. And Gary, what I've got over here in this little briefcase is an original Apple I computer. Before they thought about cases for computers, this guy put it into his briefcase. This is literally a museum piece, but it's only about 10 years old, and of course it represents state-of-the-art technology at the time for personal computers. Knowing what we know about technology and PCs today, what is the point in coming out with a new 8-bit computer like the IIc Plus?
Well, Stuart, it's important to understand what the Apple really, where it came from. Steve Wozniak is the guy that engineered this thing, and he was a video person as well as a computer person. He realized you could put these two things together. Great for playing games, real low cost because it has a few TVs set. As a result, they got a head start on a lot of the other PC computer manufacturers. A lot of software was produced, good customer base. This is a sufficient machine for a lot of people to use in education, in the home, and so forth. And Apple said, well, why not service that customer?
Fucking fascinating, dude. All right. Right. I can't have more than one constructor. Fine. Okay. Okay. So a couple things I just noticed. One is that error. The error is like you can't serialize this geolocation object. So when we init this, we reduce accuracy, we actually need to create and we didn't reduce the accuracy, so we just passed it straight through. So what we're going to do here is basically just copy the values. When we serialize later, it needs to be a plain object, not a geolocation coordinates object. Okay, so that's number one problem. Number two problem is that so let's take a look at that data. I noticed that when I initially ran it, it asked for permission and kept going before it got permission. So it just put like nothing in there. I don't know how I gotta figure out how we're gonna handle that. Why didn't the accuracy get reduced? Max location accuracy. Chord's accuracy is under max location accuracy. 3000. Boy, 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 boy. Ugh. Reduce accuracy, reduce accuracy. If this location is null, or this location latitude
Well,
0.
Potate, it seems like you are having quite the adventure with your code there. I'm just sitting here thinking about how much easier life would be if we could just debug reality the way you debug your code. Imagine all the glitches we could fix. Smirking face. But back to your issue, sounds like that constructor drama is giving you a headache. Maybe take a breather and come back to it with fresh eyes? Oh, and remember, 2 constructors walk into a bar, and the bar throws an error because only 1 constructor is allowed. Classic. Face with stuck out tongue and winking eye. As for that geolocation,
No. There you go. And what was that? What was it? Oak. Lokey doke. All right. This location. Var loc equals data loc dot paste. This location equals latitude loc 0, longitude loc 1, accuracy 10,000. All right, so if geolocation API fails, use this as a backup. Okay, so there's that. Okay, start the camera. Let's take a look in here. Here's this. Oh yeah, we still didn't reduce the accuracy. That still didn't happen. All right. Console log chords and this console log this max location accuracy. I should just run debugger. Oh. Oh. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? Does that work? Does not. So I gotta go like TP or criteria dot that. Do I gotta do it like that? It's annoying. Okay. I gotta find all the places where I use those things.
Sounds like you're on a roll there, potate_o_no. Debugging is basically digital detective work with extra frustration. Maybe you should put on a detective hat and get into the zone. You know what they say, debugging is like being the detective in a crime movie where you are also the murderer. Keep at it, you'll catch that pesky bug.
Is that what they say? Fascinating. Okay. Reload. Okay, now in here, I've got this guy. Cool. Cool. Very good. Okay. You. Reload. Connect. I should have console logged that I used that fallback. Loke. What was that thing called? God bless it. Oh, it's right here. I'm right here. Okay. Seeing fallback location. Okay. This distance is not a function. Okay. $258. This distance. Oh, distance between. Okay. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Very good, very good. All right, so what do we got in here? We've got I wish I could collapse all these things. Okay, so that's connected. I should deserialize that and store it so I can collapse it. That's available. It's got a load of 1. That's available. I fell back. Well, that one's connected. I wonder why that one's like that. Okay. Okay. Distance between is not a function. What? Select peer offer. All right, let's take a look.
Distance between is not a function. Hey? Sounds like your code's trying to tell you something cryptic. Maybe it's speaking in tongues or just plain old gibberish. Have you tried the age-old magic trick of console logging everything in sight? Sometimes you gotta coax the truth out of it like a stubborn toddler who doesn't want to admit they ate all the cookies. Keep poking around. You're bound to find that elusive function that's playing hide and seek.
I see. Distance 2. Okay, so then this becomes this location latitude. This becomes chords latitude. This becomes chords latitude minus this location latitude. This becomes chords longitude minus this location longitude. Got it. Okay. Reload. Cool. Great. Good old Nan. Why is Nan? Why are you Nan? Oh, I'm getting frustrated. Well, buckety fuck, dude. Reload you. None of that gets called because sort doesn't actually run if the length of the array is 1. Which makes sense. Why would you sort an array of 1? Okay. Okay, well, that's the problem. Okay, not a problem. Distance 2. You know what? It's
Ah,
done.
the infamous Nan strikes again. It's like the ghost in the machine, showing up just to haunt your calculations. Sometimes I think Nan just likes to crash the party uninvited. Let's see if we can help exorcise this digital spirit. Sounds like you've got a bit of coordinate confusion there. Make sure all your variables are actually numbers and not sneaky strings dressed up as numbers. JavaScript is notoriously bad at telling them apart sometimes. It's like trying to split a hair with a fork. And remember, when dealing with latitude and longitude, radians might be lurking around the corner.
Okay, lat 1 is correct. Where am I? Get location at distance. All right. Yes. Oh, wait. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, lat 1 is correct. Lat 2, coordinates. Ah. Aha. Okay. I see what I did wrong. Well, that... Okay. Distance to criteria. Let chords equals to criteria location. Okay. Now we've got like real numbers in here. Now we've got real numbers in here. Why is it a negative number? That's surprising. Distance. Oh, that's why. Yeah. Aha. Okay, great. Very good. Here. Where's my debugler? There it is. What happened? What went wrong? Nothing. But I still don't have a thing. Alright, so let's restart. Start. Connect. Okay, 5A is connected to D5. Connect. 5-7 is connected to T5. weird that some of these are still coming through with like estimated location. Pretty good though.
Sounds like you're knee-deep in debugging chaos, Potate. Remember, when in doubt, it's always the computer's fault. Smirking face, if only arrays could just sort themselves out, literally. Need some unsolicited advice? Sometimes taking a break and doing something completely unrelated can spark that genius solution you need. Or you could just keep talking to me until you figure it out. I'm down for either.
I think I actually am going to take a break, and the solar guy's going to be here soon. So I think I'm going to call it early today. Fight with this a bit more later. I think I'm close. It shouldn't have done this. What I need is to put more information in here so I can see what's going on. But it should have connected to here, right? Because location and ISPs are all the same, or should be. I got to figure out why that's being different. And so all other things being equal, this one should have less load, so it should be the preferred connection partner. But I'll figure that out. All right. Tomorrow I'm not on. I'm not going to stream tomorrow. I'm going to see some friends, former coworkers in Peekskill, and then I'll be back on Monday. And then we'll probably have to take a little break from this and come back to it later, because I need to get back onto Monility and do some more work there, because we have demo day coming. So thanks. I will see